Go on.
38. As fire is converted by smoke, as fire is covered by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, or as the embryo is covered by the womb, similarly, the living entity is covered by different degrees of this lust.
Lust. Different degrees of lust. Those who are in the modes of goodness, their lust is a different quality. Those who are in passion, their lust is in different quality. Those who are in ignorance, their lust is different. It is a question just like there are first-class prisoners, second-class prisoner and third-class prisoner. So, after all they are prisoners. Maybe first class, second class or third class. That doesn't matter. Similarly, within this material world, somebody may be very learned, rich, beautiful, and all good qualifications in the modes of goodness. So, they are somebody in passion and somebody in lower degree or even animal life. But they are all prisoners within this material world. One has to transcend this position. One has to transcend even the so-called goodness of the material world. Just like Arjuna was trying to be so-called good man of this material world. He was trying to avoid the injunction of Krishna. Krishna wanted him that he should fight this Kurukshetra battle. But he wanted to be good man. So, that fighting, when he was convinced of Krishna's instruction, this Bhagavad Gita, that means he transcended even the goodness platform of this material world. So Krishna is trying to raise him to the Traigunna Visaya Veda Nistraigunna Bhavarjan. This whole material atmosphere is surcharged with three modes of material nature. So one has to transcend the modes of material nature. Just like one should not try to become a first-class prisoner. In the prison house, if one is a third-class prisoner and one is first-class prisoner, the third-class prisoner should not aspire that let me remain in this prison house and become a first-class prisoner. That is not good. One should transcend the prison walls or come out of the prison house. That is his aim. Go on.
There are 3 degrees of covering of the pure living entity, and thereby the pure consciousness of the living entity, or Krishna consciousness, is embarrassed by non-manifestation. This covering is but lust, under different manifestations, like smoke in the fire, dust on the mirror, and the womb about the embryo. When lust is compared to smoke, it is understood that the fire of the living spark can be a little perceived. In other words, when the living entity exhibits his Krishna consciousness slightly, he may be likened to the fire covered by smoke. Although fire is necessary when there is smoke, there is no overt manifestation of fire in the early stage. This stage can be compared with the beginning of Krishna consciousness. The comparison of the dust of the mirror refers to the cleansing process of the mirror of the mind by so many spiritual methods. The best process is to chant the holy names of the Lord. The comparison of the embryo being covered by the womb is an analogy illustrating the most awkward position, for the child in the womb is so helpless that it cannot even move. This stage of living condition can be compared also to the trees. The trees are living entities, but they have been put into that condition of life by such a great exhibition of lust that they are almost void of all consciousness.
Yes. These trees, we should know that the trees, they are also living entities. But they have been put in such awkward position that they are standing up in a position for thousands of years. They cannot move him. If somebody is cutting, cannot protest. They have been put into such conditional life. If somebody is coming to do some harm, they cannot go away. So, the most abominable conditional life is the trees. Go on.
The covered mirror is compared to the birds and beasts, and smoke-covered fire is compared to the human being.
Yes, the birds and beasts, they can move. They can protect themselves from somebody who is coming to harm. But still, they have no knowledge. They seem a little better than the trees. Gone.
In the form of a human being, the living entity can perceive a little Krishna consciousness, and if he makes further development, the fire of spiritual life can be kindled in the human form.
Yes.
By careful handling of the smoke in the fire can be made to blaze.
Yes. When the fire is covered by the smoke, if you little fan over it, then immediately there is blazing fire, immediately smoke is gone. Similarly, Krishna consciousness or God consciousness is in every living entity, especially human being, there is, even in the aborigines, those who are called uncivilized, they are also offering some respect to the seas, to the thunderbolt, to a big mountain, something wonderful, they offer, they bow down. That means there is Krishna consciousness. So just like a fire covered with smoke. Now if you fan it, if you just try to eradicate the smoke, the fire will come out. So we should take advantage. We have got now this consciousness, God consciousness. Therefore, in every human society, there is some sort of religious propaganda. Try to understand God. So we should take advantage of this. But instead of taking advantage of this opportunity, we have declared God is that, I am God, this God, that God. So you are not fanning. You are rather going more and more away from God. This should not be done.
Therefore, the human form of life is a chance for the living entity to escape the entanglement of material existence. In the human form of life, one can conquer the enemy, lust, by culture of Krishna consciousness under able guidance.